In security, we're also looking at a big increase in monitoring and logging. And there's been a debate about how you go about doing that. Splunk, of course, is proven effective, been around for a very long time. But some people say it's a little bit difficult to put the amount of logs that you need. You can't put them all into Splunk. And then that kind of creates some problems of choosing what to put in and what not to. So when you look at a SIEM type of product, Elastic is one that came extremely hot when it first came out in security as we were tracking it, but it has dropped greatly. Now, this is inverse. If I just go to straight analytics, it's the exact opposite. It's up and to the right. But specific to security, you and your peers are saying that they're decreasing their spend velocity with Elastic. So something must be happening there. Whereas with Splunk, we're actually seeing it's coming down a little bit, but it's much more stable. So this particular newcomer that was open source based, that seemed at first to really be kind of coming after Splunk on the SIEM side, does not seem to be doing it now. One, we are seeing Fortinet has a host of things. It's like a Swiss Army knife of security, but they also have a really good mid-sized enterprise price product on the SIEM side. And without naming names, because I know as a security expert, you don't like to state the tools you use, I'm sure you're aware of the different SIEM options out there, and I would love to hear your thoughts on them if you wouldn't mind, because.
Yeah. So SIEM is, or like even before getting into a particular solution, logging and alerting is definitely required, because you can have all the best tools and controls in place, but we know that it's always the like the catch-up game with the malicious actors outside. So we need to be alerted, and we need to be made aware if something goes wrong with with the security control that you have it in place. SIEM was definitely one of the things that came up initially. There was a lot of buy-in from that, and most of the like what I've seen recently is an increase in the next level, as we talked about XDR in terms of endpoint protection. They have something called SOAR, which is, it's not only alerting, but they can always, if you allow these tools, they can even take some action on your behalf, which, depending upon companies' risk appetite, whether they do allow or not. As a security practitioner, I am more interested in getting to know what exactly is happening, rather than for example, if one of my servers or my firewall is complaining about something, I don't want the tool to go and turn it off, because that could cause me more problem and more headaches rather than. But if it's something like somebody's workstation in the middle of the night is complaining because it's got some virus infections, I don't mind the tool to take action on my behalf and go and just disconnect it from the network. Specific to the tools that you did mention, Splunk is definitely this one of the key players there in the market, and the way they started was mostly for the IT operations. They were using it to see the health of their system, but definitely they have added enterprise security modules. So since we are collecting all this data from the different equipment, devices, servers, why not pull the security logs out of it and have some intelligence that can alert us on any of the of the security threats. Elastic, I don't have much of an experience myself firsthand, but I've heard some good things about it, and I'm pretty sure that as far as the basics and functionality, they all should be doing a good job. There was another one called LogRhythm that was I don't know if that's there on this graph, but yes, Splunk is definitely one of the products that most of the people, those who want to explore the SIEM or SIEM functionality, they have come across this name, and Splunk is living by its name too. They have been making a lot of progress. You're right that sometimes setting up Splunk is a little bit tedious and much more involved project as compared to any other product that just does only the SIEM functionality itself. But Yes, so Splunk, yeah, I mean, SIEM is definitely one of the things that most of the companies are looking to invest into if they have already not. And people, those who have already spent some time with and SIEM tool, they are moving on to the next one, which is the SOAR functionality, wherein I can leverage my SIEM tool to take some action on my behalf, not just alert me.